Alright, how's it going again, everybody? This is Gotta Transform Mall. I have today more Surging Sparks finally. This is the Surging Sparks Elite Trainer Box, featuring, of course, Pikachu and his little Terra hat. I'm very excited for this. There's lots of stuff I'm hoping to pull. I get this really awesome Magneton promo as well as everything you just see pictured here. We'll kind of briefly show off all that since this is the first time I'm opening up this particular one. I mean, it is your typical Elite Trainer box, 9 packs, other goodies to help you get started on playing the game. Player guide, which we'll look at that kind of briefly as well for some of the really good cards we want to pull. But yeah, I have my fingers crossed we can get something really good in this. Preferably, of course, something new. We have no golds or special illustration rares for this set yet. We did not luck out with the booster box opening I did, so I hope we can maybe get something of that variety in this. Let's see, put that there, put that here. So first off, we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 booster packs. Put them next to Sharkcon there. We have our damage dice and other dice with the EX marker for the 1 mark. We have the burn and poison markers. There is our promo. I assume the code card's in there, as well as the deck sleeves. So we'll get to that in a sec as well. We have the ever fun useless energy cards. For someone that doesn't play the game, they're useless anyway. And we got the interestingly just a fancy lightning bolt or like lightning type energy deck sleeves. It's not just like the Pikachu or Surging Sparks logo. It's actually, I actually think it's interesting that it's not just like the same like artwork. It's actually something sort of unique for this. That's actually interesting to me. Again, as interesting it can be as someone that doesn't play the game and likely just will never use those, but it's still very nice. So before we get into anything here, let's talk about the background. We have Sharkcon and Bulbasaur as always, and we have Blur from the Transformers Cybertron toy line. This was a retool / repaint of Blur from the Transformers Armada toy line. They had a few of those like reused figures in Transformers Cybertron, where they just took like an older figure and gave a little retooling or repaint and then re-released it, which is totally fine. I have absolutely no problems with that. In fact, I miss when they would do that more. Now it's just like, I've gone on this rant before, so I'll just keep it brief. I miss the days where we could get figures like Energon Sharkticon. Like, he doesn't exist in the show at all, and is just like an addition into the toy line, basically. And I don't think we'd get things like that today. Again, we're lucky to get sort of the main cast. But yeah, anyway, let's look at the player guide. It is your typical like tips and tricks to use the various cards in the set. But in the back is a picture set list of every card in the set, including in the very back all of the really good cards you hope to pull. We got some golds at the end there, the pre-releases as well, the Build and Battle box promos. So those are the 4 you could get from there. Which actually, fun fact, I just bought one of those online. So hopefully that'll come soon. I was gonna say hopefully we get a new promo, but I haven't opened one, so no matter which one we get, it's new. So yeah, hopefully it just gets here soon so I can open that up. You also have the various promos for the main like product releases, like the 3-pack blisters, the trainer box promo, which we'll look at again in a sec here. And then the single pack promos. Yeah, I know some of the main hopes people want to get. Just looking at the back here, these two at the top, the Pikachu EX and the Latias EX. I think those are pretty desired. Although I like the look of the Archaludon. I really like how that looks, even though it looks pretty simple. There's something about it I also like. I believe the Jasmine's Gaze and Lycia's Appeal are wanted. Probably the Pikachu Gold, I would assume. Other than that, we're just hoping for some other new... Oh, the Durant. I want the Durant because I love that it's a card that just... You can just have an infinite number of them and they all just line up with each other. Like, that is just brilliant. Like a brilliant thought when designing a Durant illustration rare. The ants go marching one by one, and you can just line them all up one by one. That, like, I would love to pull that one. I'll throw those all in the pack here. And let's get this open. Look at the promo, the code. Briefly at the deck sleeves. Or not deck sleeves, the card dividers. Which again have this little energy logo on the back with the Surging Sparks Pikachu artwork. I do sort of miss that when it would have the set logo on it, just so you can have an idea like what this came from. Because like if down the road you find these somewhere, you're not going to have a real ID or an idea of like how to ID this, I think. So like having a set logo would have helped like identify where this came from, but still nice deck sleeves. Put those there. Hopefully they don't fall on Sharkticon. And here we have this crazy looking Magneton illustration rare promo. Just putting out as much electricity as it possibly can. We have Scarlet and Violet number 159. Again, it just looks really nice. Like the shading, I think, is maybe the right word, is pretty nice. So awesome promo there. And we got the code card for that. Pause and take it if you want that promo. And I think at least the deck sleeves. But we have some additional pack codes. We have Phantom Forces, so someone can pause and take that one. And again, if we reach down into the stack, oh, that's funny. Considering our last opening, there is the Ultra Prism code card from within the stack. I literally, like, for those that haven't seen it by now, I have like this whole, so I bumped the camera completely. I have this whole stack of codes from various different sets. And I have more than that to give out. Since I no longer play the game, I held off. Because I found it dull trying to put all those codes in. So I would put it off, and I kept putting it off. And now I don't play the online game anymore. And by play, I mean collect the cards online. So I don't need them anymore. So I figured I'll give them out to you guys. And it's slow going. But it just means I have a lot of extra codes to give out for so many additional videos. So hopefully that's something you guys will enjoy in many coming openings. But yeah, we'll get to the packs now. We got 9 Surging Sparks packs. Alolan Exeggutor's on this first one. I don't need the full art. I don't need the regular EX of that. We already pulled both of those from the booster box, I believe. However, I do still need the illustration rare, so I would not mind seeing that. And I know for a fact I'm missing a bunch of commons and uncommons. I know there's 2 different executes, I believe, and I'm missing both of them. Like a whole booster box, we didn't pull a single execute. I don't know how. We got Sigilyph, Duraludon, Sizzlipede, Yamask, Paldean Tauros, Deduction Kit, Altaria. We have an Oricorio. We have a Drillbur, and a Gouging Fire for our holo. I did go and make at least a partial set list, which is essentially just the ultra rares I have gotten for this set. So I'm not going to know if we get a new common or reverse holo or anything like that, but if we pull an ultra rare of any sort, I'll know if it's a duplicate or not. I don't have to trust my memory. We have Zangoose, Oricorio, Scatterbug, Wattrel, Meowstic, Pastioberry, Vivillon. We have a Woshin, uncommon, and a Centiskorch, and a Togekiss for our holo. Nothing in the first 2 packs, but again, it like just for example, if we had only 1 pack get something, and it's something like the special illustration Pikachu, this whole opening is great. So it only takes 1 pack to make a really good opening. Hey, there's an Execute. All right, we got one of them. That's good. That's good to see. Eevee, Cast Form, Sunny Form. I don't think that was one I've seen yet either. Scatterbug, and I know it has an illustration rare, the Cast Form. Braviary, Babiri Berry, Executor. We have Sandygast, and Drayton, and an Iron Crown for the holo. I believe at least one guaranteed new common with the Execute. I'm pretty sure the Cast Form's also one I was missing, because I had seen the illustration rare a handful of times, but I think that's the first time I've actually seen the regular card. I don't remember seeing it before. Simisear, Shellos, Esper, Slakoth, Indeedee, Terra Orb, Fluttermane. We have a Slakoth and a Dino for the reverses. Ooh, and a Slacking EX. Perfect for all those Slakoths. And I'm pretty sure that is not one I had. Yes, it is a new EX, so very nice. At least our first pull is something new. Got all those sparkles on there. Very, very nice. Happy at least one new EX. But I think we still have 5 more packs, so still plenty of opportunities to get something else. Alright, our next pack, we have Bouffalant, Feebas, Crocolore, Tandemaus, Iron Bundle, Mousehold, Surfer. We have Kofagrigus, which is a rare reverse holo, so I'll count that as something. Very nice. We have Grapploct. I love Clobbopus. Grapploct is not an exception, being an evolution of it. I love that it uses like one of its tentacles as a belt. Like, that's such an amazing like design touch. I love this Pokemon so much. And we got the Holo Kofagrigus. Very nice. Fun fact, I have actually been convinced, thanks to Vandy323. And by convinced, I mean he was doing Dynamax adventure hunts. I joined him for one last week some point from when I'm recording this. And I haven't left Sword and Shield since. I've been shiny hunting in that game. And it's crazy because for me, I did not overall enjoy Sword and Shield. Like, I thought it was just, like, it was the low point for Pokemon for me. Which, thankfully, Arceus just picked it all right back up for me. Yeah, Sword and Shield was a low point for me. I very much did not enjoy the games overall. And the fact that he, just watching him do it, I joined him for one, like, DA. And then I've just kept going in the game since. And I at least have gotten a shiny Stuffle. Because I've been doing aura hunts with the Route 5 area for Swirlix. And just going for Stuffles as they do the aura. And funny enough, I've gotten a Stuffle, but I've yet to get a Swirlix. But I'm at least happy I've gotten a shiny for the efforts. I've had also 0 luck in the Dynamax adventures, though, and I've gone for Blacephalon many, many times. I've gotten no shinies in those. So maybe a full week, more or less, I've been doing it. Like between the Swirlixes and the Stuffles, and then the Dynamax adventures, and I just have the Stuffle. But I will take it over nothing. And I'm sure it's just a matter of time before I can get a Swirlix. We got Azelf to get back to the pack. Vigoroth, Centiskorch, Spheal, Drayton, Kilowattrel, Ho-Oh. We have a Quaxley and a Alolan Dugtrio. And a Chien-Pao for our holo. Alright, 3 packs left. I would very much like to pull something else. But we'll have to see if that is in the cards. Literally, we'll have to see if it's in these cards. We got a Spoopa, Donphan, Fuecoco, Mantine, Registeel. This is a crazy looking artwork. Walrein, Magnezone. We have a Togetic and an Oricorio for the reverses, and a Gastrodon for the holo. All right, second to last pack. We have our Caledon. Again, it's, I think, far from the craziest looking special illustration rare. Because it is kind of very much just the Pokemon almost just standing there like a regular full art. But I don't know, there's something about it I do like, so I wouldn't mind pulling it. We got Flittle, Dino, Blitzel, Strudel, Lively Stadium, Shiinotic, Babiri Berry. We have a Capsakid and a Landorus, which is a rare, so not bad there. And an Alolan Exeggutor EX, which, as I mentioned in the first pack, I had the regular and the full art. And I only needed the special illustration rare, so it is a duplicate. But it is at least something else out of the Elite Trainer box. So we didn't just get like one EX out of 9 packs. We at least have 2. It does stink that it's one of the... It is one I already had. So maybe final pack, we can get something else. Hoping for that last pack magic. And again, at the very least, I know it's not like we only got the one new card. Because I don't know the reverses. I don't know exactly what commons and uncommons I might still be missing. I know the Execute was new. Because I was missing both of them. But I don't... There's other new cards here at least. But I'm hoping for just something else. Ultra rare variety. We've got Bronzong, Sandygast, Drillbur, Magnemite, Goldengo, Duskball, Ho-Oh. We have an Eevee. There we go. It is a Bruxish illustration rare. Now, the Bruxish is far from one of my least favorite... It's far from a favorite Pokemon. Let me make that clear. It's far from maybe a least favorite. Because it's really like, there's my favorites. There's a couple least favorites, just purely because of the design laziness. Alolan Diglett and Galarian Slowpoke. But I don't hate Bruxish. I might be one of the few people that don't hate it. I mean, I also don't love it, but I don't hate Bruxish. And having said that, this is still a really amazing looking card. I don't know what it is about it, but like it's almost very real looking. Because like everything else almost just looks like if you just had a different, if you just put like a regular fish here, this would just look like an underwater photo or illustration in the real world. So like well done to the artist on this one, I think. It's still very nice. And then we have the Palkia for our final holo. But we at least got a couple really good pulls from this. We are going to do this for the recap. I think I got that order right. We got the illustration rare promo for Magneton, Scarlet and Violet 159. Again, it's a very nice artwork. We had a couple rare reverses with Kofagrigus and Landorus. And then we had one duplicate EX with the Alolan Exeggutor EX. We had a new EX with Slacking. Again, we got the sparkles on that one because it's not a Terra Hat one. And we pulled a new illustration rare. We got Bruxish. Which again, really, really nice feel of the card, in my opinion. Because again, if you just replaced Bruxish with a fish, you could tell me this was like an underwater, like a real life underwater illustration. Like it looks that good. So again, for Pokemon like Bruxish, that has probably very few actual fans. Because I see more people hate it than like it. And again, I don't personally hate it. I have no problem with it. I just don't, it's far from a favorite. But that is still a very nice illustration rare, I think. So again, just very, like, just props to the illustrationist on that one. But that will do it for this opening. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for more. At the moment, I have I made 2 purchases online for some Surging Spark stuff. Pre-release kit and a set of each artwork sleeve pack. So that'll be a 4-pack opening at some point, and that pre-release kit. Other than that, I have no other Surging Sparks openings coming, because I don't have anything else purchased or in hand. So that doesn't mean there's not going to be any more openings. At the moment, I'm still pretty ahead of schedule in that, like, I don't even know. This one might be going up on Thanksgiving. No, I think I'm a week ahead currently. Because if I remember correctly, this one I think goes up on the 27th. And then my next opening is going to be the 28th, which will be Thanksgiving. So the one I record after this might be the Thanksgiving opening. Okay. I'm not going to do anything special for Thanksgiving, just so you know. This is going to be a regular opening. But, or maybe I probably could have done the Ultra Prism one for Thanksgiving, but oh well. Considering this one, yeah, I'm not messing up the order. I'm not messing up the order this time. So it is what it is. But yeah, that'll do it for this opening, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, of course. Have a great day.